I just remembered there was a game that I never could get to load, Pharaoh's Curse it was called, on the SX64 crack discs that I got. You know, the one off the 128D from the Stoner guy. Well, at least we know the SID didn't stop working on Operation Thunderbolt. No surprise there then. But this is the Castle of Dr. Creep. Well, Castles. He's a multi-billionaire then, obviously. Gotta love them flashing lines, really. They're great. Please allow 2 minutes for loading. Except it's not loading. Oh dear. Apple II quality graphics from 1978. Great. Disable fast loader. Thank you. Trainers. I have to do this because the high score stuff usually causes the SD to IC to go. Literally, it's got a little beeper on the motherboard. A bit like Mattel Aquarius, I guess. So no, there's only 2 trainer options anyway. Oh, and Load Runner was another one, but Load Runner seems to be a bit too much like Baggett Man rather than Manic Miner. Give me a chance to read it. The way they've written it is not fucking easy. Turn the sparks on or off by standing in front of the switch and moving the joystick lever forward or back. The way they've written it is terrible, actually. But then you should buy the original, you filthy pirate. Then you'd get the instructions, obviously. I think this is actually not a cheap game on tape, even for the C64 to buy now on eBay. Forward and to the right. Oh, for fuck's sake, just to go in the door. Right, okay. Right, okay, I see why they say that, but it's a bit annoying actually. But it's got a charm to it. Everything about it does actually have a charm to get. So this is interesting. It's like, we don't want people to buy the original. Let's put the instructions on every bloody screen. You can get off a ladder whenever your feet are even with the front of the walkway. Oh, right, that's annoying. So you're going to be stuck there. You've got to go down one. That's a bit fiddly. So they should have done these ladders a few pixels shorter. Still better than Crazy Commodore by Interceptor. Yeah, I was just trying to relight my fire on the end of my roller. What a shit song that was, man. I think music has gone down the toilet in the last 25 years. I mean, there's the odd nice track once every 5 or 10 years since then, but really, that's when you got a bit fucked. So I guess these are like training levels. So I get in front of it and pull back on the joystick. Ah, but you can't go up them. Once you start going down, so I guess it's just teaching you how to play the game, really. But that wouldn't have helped sales of originals at all. So that's obviously timed. Turn the sparks on or off by standing in front of the switch and moving the joystick lever forward or back. Everything in the C64 world seems to have that noise. Even going up and down the stairs in your house would be like that if we lived in an alternate reality, which they don't exist, the multiverse is bullshit, where all sounds were like SID sounds. Wouldn't that be weird? Turn off the force field by standing in front of the control and pushing the trigger button. There's a time limit for that. It's quite a charming game for the era. Graphics are as simple as Bruce Lee. I really need to go up there. When you run in front of the Ankh, the mummy slides out of its tomb. Mummies are too stiff to use ladders or sliding poles. Right, so he can't actually come down, so we just have to go up here, I guess. Oh, actually, that's if you want to go up there. Ah! But can you actually exit through there? Probably not, actually. Yeah, it's an interesting game. I don't know if the whole game is going to be like this. It's like Fisher Price, my first platform adventure. Arcade game. Yeah, I know that's a shit way of categorising anything, but you go on IMDb and most films are like fucking 4 different genres at once. I'm like, no. If you're trying to make a comedy, horror, sci-fi, romance, then it's going to turn out like a shit fucking film. You should concentrate on the sci-fi or horror and fuck everything else. I don't like horror comedies, it's like the worst fucking genre going. So there we go, and to put it in the lock, they're colour coded, right, okay. So I actually want to see the game now. Right, operate the gun by standing in front of the control and using the joystick lever to aim the trigger button to fire. That's interesting, right, okay. The gun fires automatically when it is at the same level as a player. But why do I want the gun to fire? Oh right, okay. So what you do here is you push that up to the top to give you enough time, and then you run over here and hopefully just have some chase music there. Maybe from that game, was it Burago Rally? So yeah, it doesn't, is this like a training level? This is not really, I'm getting bored with this business now. Just like, you've done enough different things, now just fucking stand in the booth, hold the joystick forward until the colour in the booth matches the colour of the desired. I don't want to do any of that shit. "9 minutes and it's still basically teaching me shit. The trapdoor opens or closes whenever anyone runs in front of it. anyone runs in front of the control. That's just iffy, but yeah, it's easy enough to work out. So I'm waiting for the actual game to start now. Can we walk over it though? Why would you need it to actually go that way? What would happen if you did it that way? Well, I suppose it'd be quicker. Slight improvement. Which is all millennial needs to waste their fucking money on yet another dumb phone, as I like to call them. Because the people who use them sure as hell ain't smart. When you walk in front of his coffin, Frankenstein awakens. But I don't need to walk in front of him. I don't get that. Frankenstein is able to use ladders and sliding poles. Well, how's he going to get up here then? This is like one of them shit remixes of a 3.5 minute tune that have 6 minutes of fucking bollocks that you just constantly thinking so we've done one castle. That better not be the whole game. It is the whole game. Right, it does say tutorial. MC, Master Control Program. You'll have to add the silent P there. So have I loaded only the trainer version? Does appear to be that. No, it's the same thing again. Right, we're going to have to investigate this. It is the same thing. So how do you play the actual game? This can't be the game. Ah well.